The following video is meant for the adult nerds in the community, so if you're under 13, please stop.
Getting the last 10 subscribers has been the hardest, but thank you guys for getting me up here. Hello everyone, welcome back to the Nerd Room with J&J. James Sharmack here once again. Today I want to thank you guys for getting me up to 200 subscribers. Today I'm reviewing the Evil Dead Ultimate Hero Ash figure from Evil Dead 2. And I also want to, talk a little bit about the man himself, talk about my collection. It's not really a big collection, not say like the Marvel Legends or the Godzilla collection, but it's an okay collection. We'll talk about him, we'll talk about some of the odd things I have, some of the, influences, my exposure to the man, his roles, whatever. But for right now, we're going to talk about the figure itself. Pretty much seen in Walmart's predominantly. I'm sure you've probably seen it maybe everywhere else. But my friend Jason sent me this for Christmas. Thank him. Really wanted this figure really bad. I've tried to get him from an earlier wave. Didn't hold. So, looking forward to ripping this sucker out of the box and doing the review. And maybe some figure comparisons along the way. So, if you guys like Bruce Campbell, if you guys, are a fan, write about it in the comments below. Let me know what your exposure is. Let me know what you collect, what your favorite film is, why you like the man, whatever. Load up in the comments. I'd really appreciate it. So without any further ado, let's take a crack at the figure and take a look at the box. Alright, let's take a look at the box. Obviously comparing it to the Blu-ray of Evil Dead 2, which obviously is a representation of the poster itself. The black field is replaced with white. The brown eyes of the skull replaced with red eyes. Otherwise, it has some of the text I've seen on promotional, like "Kiss Your Nerves Goodbye," and obviously Evil Dead 2 with the byline "Dead by Dawn." Let's take a tour around the box before we go inside. Have some Evil Dead 2 on the side there. On the top, more Evil Dead 2 there, and that side. And back, you have some pics of the figure, various heads and various situations with the accessories. And it says, after a relaxing cabin vacation doesn't go as planned, Ash is left with 3 dead friends, an undead girlfriend, and an angry evil spirit on the loose. As nightfall approaches, Ash must prepare again to battle the legions of the damned if he wants to make it to dawn. Nothing on the bottom, but it's an open box, so we can open it up. See another picture of Ash there, the figure itself with 2 heads, boomstick, the Katarian dagger, the book. Doesn't have an alternate hand, it has a chainsaw. So that's pretty cool. Can't wait to open this box, take the figure out, give him the once over. So let's get on it. Okay, so let's take a look at the figure itself. Very cool. I dig it a lot. Obviously, it's from the end of Evil Dead 2, where he's got to go after the book in the cellar, and he's arming himself up. And, of course, he has the iconic chainsaw hand, finally, right? So, he comes with a bunch of accessories. He comes with your standard Katarian dagger, nice skull on the head, of course. Of course, it's made out of bone, whatever. Have the sawed-off shotgun. Very cool. That can go either in the hand or in the back, I guess. A Necronomicon that can open up, so that's pretty cool. And he comes with 2 other heads besides the one he has on. One that's a stern-looking Bruce Campbell, that's pretty cool. And an angry Bruce Campbell. But the one he has on is the concerning one that came with the Farewell to Arms figure that I have. So, anyways, that's pretty cool. The figure itself is awesomely detailed. Obviously, taking a lot of influence from the end of the movie where, all hell's broken loose. The shirt's stripped off, half the shirt is gone, rips on the pants, rips on the sleeve. And, he's had to armor himself up to weaponize himself to go after the book and fight the demons, Deadites, right? So, and obviously, these figures have a fantastic likeness to the man himself, of course. NECA's gone out of the way to try to bring it right. So let's talk about this cat's articulation. So it's a ball joint on the head, so can't really go back too far, can't really go forward too far, but it goes all the way around, and you can tilt it a little bit, just give it a little funny look. John goes up that far, but it goes all the way around. No rotation to bicep, but rotate at the elbow with a bend. And wrist articulation back and forth. Looks like he has some kind of diaphragm articulation, but he can't really move it too much because the shirt gets in the way. But there is, forward and back bend at the waist. Not too much, but it's there. Rotation at the waist as well. Legs can go apart that far, go forward and back that far. You have rotation right at the base of the hip, rotation and bending at the knee, and somewhat forward, back, and ankle pivoting. Gotta say, the pants have a nice texture to them. They definitely feel like they're denim or whatever, have grain on them. So let's get this cat in some poses, shall we? And compare them with some of the other figures I have in the collection. So, of course, I had to pull out the Ash vs. Evil Dead Ash as a comparison. Obviously, he's a guy who's seen a lot of stuff compared to the one who's going through the stuff right now. So he's a little bit more cranky, of course. Just wanted to say, he's maybe a couple inches shorter. That happens, and whatever. He's a little bit more stocky, but still, cool figure to have. And these are all my Ash figures. I used to have the McFarlane Evil Army of Darkness figures. I had both the Evil Ash and the Ash, as well as the 18-inch Talking Ash. But when I moved out to New Hampshire in 2004, I stupidly left them in Syracuse, so never saw them again. But what I do have is I have, obviously, the Farewell to Arms Ash, the S-Mart Ash, and the before they went all Hot Toys Sideshow Army of Darkness Ash. So that only cost me $50, $60 at the time. Lord knows they go for, the Hot Toys go for a lot more now. So I have 2 out of 3 books he's written. Obviously I have the If Chins Could Kill. I wasn't there when it was personalized. One of my brother's friends got it personalized for me, so that was pretty cool. And I bought the signed version from Target, so of Hail to the Chin. I don't have the, of course, Make Love Bruce Campbell way, just because I'm not into the fiction. I'm more about his journey as an actor and it be movie and whatever. So, these 2 books are pretty cool. I've probably read If Chins Could Kill, probably the most of any book in my collection. I've read Hail to the Chin twice. Probably due to read them both in the next year. See how it goes. So I was at the library a few years back, and they were giving away magazines because they were in the collection. And Cinema Fantastique, of course, I used to be a reader of, did the Evil Dead 3, so they had this one to give away, and I snagged it. Evil Dead 3, of course, is Army of Darkness, so of course the magazine has a lot going on for the movie. A lot of articles about not only Army of Darkness, but the history of Evil Dead, whatever, how it got made, how it got going, etc. Some Evil Dead 2. Liked how they mentioned it, that X rating, of course. But it didn't get an X rating, right? It was unrated, so there you go. This is a pretty cool magazine. I dig it a lot. Okay, so this is my Evil Dead Book of the Dead version. It's about 20 years old, of course, so it's very brittle. It's falling apart. That's what you get for like 20 years of having latex and foam, I guess. So, I had to put some tape on it just to keep it together more or less. But anyways, obviously it's the Book of the Dead version. I try to keep it together because this is pretty cool. I got the Tom Sullivan personalization. My brother met him and got him to sign it, so that's pretty cool. Licked the blood off my shovel. But Beast, Witches, Tom Sullivan, and I like that cool little sketch there. But it's pretty much like, a lot of sketches from Book of the Dead itself, as well as, the DVD itself and the movie companion that comes with it, your DVD. So, I'm trying to hold this together. I might try to figure out a way to at least preserve the inside and maybe try to transfer to a different book. Who knows how it goes, but anyways, it'd be awesome if I could figure out how to restore this or get a new one entirely. Yeah, I know it's sad I don't have Evil Dead Regeneration, but I do have Evil Dead Hail to the King for the PlayStation. It's a 2-disc set that plays pretty much like a Resident Evil game. It's a little slow, a little confusing at times. You get lost a lot, say, in the field and whatever. I do love playing Evil Dead A Fistful of Boomstick, just because it's a fun game, just running around, just killing everything, just shooting every deadite in sight, picking up things, solving puzzles, and the fact that you can, do a Bruce Campbell quote insult on command just makes that game awesome for me. I do mean to get Evil Dead Regeneration sometime. We'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll just, throw a couple bucks on Amazon or eBay, but I plan on getting it and giving it some gameplay down the line. So this is my sad little Evil Dead video collection. I've had more in the past, we'll talk about that in a minute, but obviously we have the Evil Dead DVD in the book, Evil Dead 2, Army of Darkness, both on Blu-ray, the Screwhead edition. So it has the alternate ending, it's just not in the movie. And I have Season 1 and Season 3 of Ash vs. Evil Dead because I have Season 2 on digital. Now, I had the director's cut for Army of Darkness on VHS at one time because one of the companies released like a certain numbers. I enjoy that, and I had the quote unquote bootleg edition, which is pretty much the same thing on DVD. I'll probably see about getting that again in the future, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I do want to rebuild my so to speak the hard copy collection of Evil Deads. We'll see how it goes. So, where does my Bruce Campbell Evil Dead story start? Well, it starts back in 1987. 13-year-old kid flipping through channels on the television. It's black and white at the time, of course it is, because that's how my family rolled. So, flipping through channels on cable, and there's this movie being advertised from the Rosebud Releasing Corporation or whatever, and it's got a bunch of horror stuff going on. It intrigues me. I'm like, ooh, what's going on? It's just horror scene after horror scene, and you've seen the TV spot on YouTube. If you haven't seen it, it's on it, and it has that skeleton on it, Evil Dead 2: Dead by Dawn. And at the end, it doesn't have a rating. That kind of intrigues me, but it says, at the end, no one under 17 admitted. Ooh. So that intrigues me even more, because I've never heard of a horror movie without a rating. So, obviously I can't see it. I can't ask my dad to take me to see it, of course. So, there you go. A year later, 1988, Cinemax premieres Evil Dead 2, Dead by Dawn, on a Saturday night, 9 p.m. Can't do it at 8 o'clock, do it at 9, because lack of rating, I guess, because, all the kids are in bed. Now, for me at my house, my father is usually not there Saturday nights. My grandmother's in bed, and my brother's goofing off with his friends or having a sleepover or something. So, what do? Of course, I'm watching Evil Dead 2, Dead by Dawn. 14-year-old kid now. So I was supposed to be watching it because, it's an unrated, and it says right at the beginning of the movie, parents strongly advise against having your children watch a movie, and the print itself has, warning for, children under 17. It's one of the craziest things I've ever seen, of course, for a 14-year-old kid, and I'm talking about it in school, like, oh, this guy has a chainsaw for his hand. I probably talked with like a couple other kids about it, and he's fighting these demons and everything, and this girl almost swallows an eye, and so it's a mess and all that. I'm sure the conversation just went on for a little bit. People don't have Cinemax, of course. They have HBO or Showtime. They don't really have Cinemax so much, so I'm probably the only one who knows about this stuff. I'm like, have you seen Evil Dead 2? No. So let's fast forward to 92 when I first hear about, or 91 or whatever, and the book's falling down. When I first hear about the Evil Dead sequel, Army of Darkness, of course, or as I've seen like the behind the scenes on E. So Bruce Campbell's there talking about how he's filming, and it's back in the Middle Ages and all that. So I'm intrigued. I'm waiting for the film to come out. I start college around the time. Nothing happens. And then in January they start, throwing ads at you for Army of Darkness. It looks like rock and roll. It's got the guy in it. And, I figure this is the film that I was looking for. It was advertised a bit differently than I thought. It looks like it's a fun movie instead of the horror movie. So the film comes out, of course, I gotta see it. It's rated R, so, I'm like, ooh, I have to see this movie because I've seen the sequel. And I remember the guy with the chainsaw in his hand. I dragged my kid brother to he's about, I think he's just a cusp, he's just about to turn 17, I guess. It's a month away. So he's 16, so, I drag him to go see it with me. Because he wants to, it's an R-rated movie, so. I enjoy it, of course, shenanigans and snoo. It's more comedy than it is horror. And it's more of an action movie than horror, but still. So, I don't really know too many people until 1995 when I meet this group of kids who are Bruce Campbell devotees. They're excited about Bruce Campbell to talk to about, it's something, I didn't realize that there was like a following myself. I've seen, like, Briscoe County Jr., I like the guy. I've seen a few, me and my friend Craig used to watch the episodes before The Simpsons or something on Sunday night, so that was nice. But I didn't realize there was a following until that point in time. So for my birthday, we had the Evil Dead trilogy. I've never seen Evil Dead before, so I was kind of unprepared for everything that happens. I thought it was, I've seen Evil Dead 2, and Army of Darkness, so I thought, kind of comedy or whatever, but I was it's, obviously a bit further along the line of gore and terror, but still, it's throwing everything at you, kind of. So, obviously, I'm hooked in, not just because of my friend, just because I probably got it more than I did before. I haven't seen Evil Dead 2 probably since 88 before that point. So, of course, I made it a sticking point to, get the stuff on video and have a collection, start building up. And around this time is when you figure out the dude's got an email. Bruce Campbell's got an email. And he's talking to people. So I sent him an email right off the, not right off the bat, but like, hey, what do you think about people following you? And I get a response. So I'm like, wow. And, it's basically some sort of like, whatever floats your boat. It's like, wow, dude responded to me. That's pretty cool. Told my friends. And they start emailing him. Like, one of my friends actually tells him to break a leg because, Bruce Campbell, he also has, this is what I'm doing. So he's going to go film McHale's Navy. So my friend's like, hey, break a leg. Bruce responds to him, well, you know what they say. When you say that right, then you end up in the cast. And for some reason, he sent my friend his contact information just because he, I know I have a group of fans up there, so, this is what I have. So, why would he send out the contact information for the shoot he's doing in Mexico? I don't know. But anyways, so that's the start of my Bruce Campbell story. This has been a video of my Bruce Campbell collection. This has been a video of my review. I dig the figure a lot. I should say that. I'm happy to have it. I'm not going to take him out of the box just because I worship this one like I do the Ash vs. Evil Dead. I don't want to lose any pieces, as I'm kind of prone to. So, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, write a Bruce Campbell story down below. If you've met the man, let me know what he's like. What's your favorite Bruce Campbell movie? Let me know too. If whatever. Anyways, thank you guys so much. I hope you guys like this video. Hit that like button if you do. Share the video if if you like it. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. I would dig it if I get some more subscribers. I might try to see some more Evil Dead figures, get some more reviews down the line. We'll see how that goes. But anyways, this is James Sharmack from the Nerd Room with J&J. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time in a Nerd Room. Until then, keep on collecting and happy hunting.